What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Zero Lab. Today we're taking a look at another Pokemon TCG Pocket deck, and this one is a deck that did pretty well recently in an online tournament. I think it actually won a 200 plus player online tournament, and this deck is really interesting, so I thought we could take a look at it today and see how it plays. So in here we have a 2/2 Froakie line with that Greninja that has the Water Shuriken ability that says once during your turn you may do 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Then it has the Mist/Slash attack for 60 for 2 energy. And then we're playing the new Gyarados EX in here, a 2/2 line of that has the Rampaging Whirlpool. Does 140 damage and you discard a random energy from among the energy attached to all Pokemon. So this could be an energy on your side of the board, an energy on your opponent's side of the board. But Gyarados has 180 HP, which is really high for a Stage 1 EX. And that 140 damage is pretty good as well. 4 energy is a lot to get on there, but we do have Misty to help set this up. We also are playing the Dredagon in here. This new Dredagon has the Rough Skin ability. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, do 20 damage to the attacking Pokemon. So we're kind of setting up behind this Dredagon, letting ourselves do additional damage to our opponents just from them attacking into our Dredagon. And then we're going to utilize the Greninja to amplify that damage even more with the Water Shuriken, and then attack with the Gyarados EX. Running out the list, we have 2 X speeds, 2 Pokeballs, 2 Research, and 2 Misty. I could potentially see these X speeds being Leafs instead of X speeds, only because the Dredagon has a 2 retreat cost and the Gyarados has a 3 retreat cost. But for now, we're leaving them as X speeds. Right now, we also have Water and Fire in our energy zone, so we can attack with the Dredagon. But I think there might be an argument just to go with Water and just kind of set up behind the Dredagon and not really even attempt to utilize the Dragon Claw attack. So there's an argument for that as well. If we play a couple games and it does, we get kind of screwed over by having that fire energy in the energy zone, then we could change that up as well. But we're going to jump into a few games here as we have this event going on, the Emblem event. So we're going to jump into a few games with this Gyarados Greninja deck and see how we can do with it, obviously. Oh. All right, there we go. We should find one now. We will see if we're going first or second. Obviously, we have a lot of evolutions in this deck, so it's going to be important to draw into those at the right time. We are going first here. We'll see what kind of a hand we have. We have Fire Energy in our energy zone. We'll put up that Dredagon to start. The reason that I think it's okay to have the Fire Energy is there is a colorless in Gyarados' attack cost. Looks like we're going up against a Mewtwo EX. So this is going to be a little bit of a difficult match if we don't draw quickly into our Misties. We definitely want to get into our Misties quickly and just be attacking with the Gyarados as quickly as possible. Research on our opponent's side of the board. Attach return to that Mewtwo. Alright, another Magikarp coming down. I think we just have to attach to our Magikarps because of the Psychic Sphere. We're not going to be able to power up this Dredagon before 2 Psychic Spheres would knock it out. So we just need to start attaching it to our Gyarados. Hope we draw into a Misty here soon before our Dredagon goes down. Evolving into Curly pretty quickly on our opponent's side of the board. That's not great for us, but they're choosing not to Psychic Sphere into our Dredagon, which is kind of funny. We do get the Misty. Pokeball, hopefully that finds us a Froakie. There we go. We got the Frogadier in hand and the Greninja in hand. I'm going to attach return onto Gyarados, and then we are going to end the turn there. Our opponent not choosing to attack our Dredagon is somewhat smart on their side. I think what they want to do is they just want to Sabrina around us if they can. Avoid that damage. However, we are going to have the Greninja at some point just to take care of that altogether. So we'll see what they choose to do here. Another Mewtwo EX coming down on their side. What we're going to do is we're going to obviously evolve up into Frogadier. We're going to play the Misty first to see what happens. We've got another Druddigon. Nope, I don't want to play that X-Speed. I want to play the Frogadier. We're going to play Misty onto our Gyarados. If we can grab the Misty, there we go. Misty onto the Gyarados. If we can hit at least one heads here, that would be sick. There we go. That's great. Attach for turn down there, and then we'll end our turn here. The question is, what is our opponent going to choose to do this turn? We have the Greninja in hand, so we're one-shotting their Mewtwo EX next turn that they've been spending all this time powering up. They were not hitting into the Druddigon because of the rough skin, but I think it's going to turn out to have not been a great decision for them anyway, because we're going to get the one-shot anyway. And they just passed there as well. So we're going to get the knockout on the Mewtwo EX. X-Speed. Plus a Fire Energy. Going to retreat out of the Druddigon. There's our Gyarados. Water Shuriken. 20 onto the Mewtwo EX. And then Rampaging Whirlpool, hoping that an energy gets discarded from their side of the board. And we did off of the Mew EX as well. That was perfect. That was exactly what we wanted to see. 2 prizes for us there. And I'm not sure there's much that our opponent can do here, as we are one-shotting anything that they send up at this point between our Greninja and our Gyarados. And there is the concession. So first game down with the Gyarados deck. Very, very cool. Obviously, we got lucky to draw into the Greninja pieces there when we needed to. We can see how awkward that Druddigon can make some games for our opponent, because they just refuse to attack into it because it can be obviously harmful to them. And it can make things awkward because then they're kind of waiting to find a Sabrina, but not a lot of decks are playing like 2 Sabrinas anymore. It's often just like 1 count in a lot of decks these days. So that is really interesting and really cool to see how that combo sort of worked out in that game. We won second in this game, which is fine. We're starting Druddigon again. No other basics in hand, so hopefully we can draw into something good. I'd rather not be attaching for turn to the Druddigon, but if we do, that is fine as well. Dragon Claw, not a terrible attack, especially against what it looks like will be a stage 2 deck. If it takes them a while to find their evolutions, we're going to be in a good spot. A double Pokeball, or 1 Pokeball coming down from, or yeah, double Pokeball coming down from our opponent, which is something we'd love to see. Double Pokeball and a Misty. That's pretty crazy. Tails immediately on the Misty, though. That is good for us. Double Staryu coming down on their side of the board. We have a Misty on our side, but no water Pokemon to attach to, so we just have to end our turn here. Hopefully we can top deck a Magikarp next turn. And hopefully the following turn's energy is a Fire Energy, since we've had to attach this Druddigon anyway. It would be nice to be able to attack with it. Wartortle coming down on our opponent's side. Starmie EX coming down on our opponent's side. And they're getting going pretty quickly, so we got to get moving here. Pokeball. Going to come down, find us a Magikarp. There it is. All right. We are going to Misty onto the Magikarp. Tails for us, though, as well, sadly. So we'll just attach for turn to the Magikarp and pass the turn. If their hand is X-Speed Sabrina, that would really stink, but it looks like it's not. Another Magikarp coming down on our side of the board. Just going to attach for turn onto the one we've been powering up already and end the turn there. I'm hoping they don't have Giovanni. Obviously, they can attack with Starmie EX this turn. If they have Giovanni, that would be unfortunate for us for sure. They're going to retreat out of that Starmie EX, or into the Starmie EX here. Hydro Splash plus Giovanni. Going to get the knockout on Druddigon. Red card, though, is actually huge for us. Our hand was terrible. So let's hope we can draw into something better. 2 research and a Greninja. I will take that. As long as they don't find a Sabrina, we should be in an okay position as long as we find our Gyarados quickly. Going to send up the Magikarp without energies on it. There is our Gyarados. We're going to research here. Froakie and a Misty. Yeah, we want to evolve the benched one. There we go. And then we just end our turn here. All right, the attach return onto the War Turtle, that's good for us. That means that they don't think they have another Starmie next turn. And we are getting rid of their Starmie this turn. We're going to go into Gyarados. We're going to research because we don't need the Misty right now. But we do want to find a Frogadier. There it is. Attach return onto our Gyarados. And then this will take the knockout. Hopefully we discard that energy on their side of the board. But if we don't, it's not a big deal. We did discard the energy on their side of the board. That is really good for us. And there is the concession. Nothing they could do at that point once we got the Gyarados up. And that is why Gyarados is so strong. It does very good damage against EXs. It's got great HP for a Stage 1 EX. And that discard effect can be really disruptive to your opponent. So that seems really, really strong. Excited to be taking a look at this deck today. We're going to jump into a game 3 and see if we can go 3-0 with Gyarados. Searching for an opponent here. We'll see if we're going first or second. Game taking a little bit to load here. There we go. And heads, we are going first. Starting the Druddigon again, that's fine. Pokeball and Misty in hand. Top deck of a research would be cool. This could be a mirror, which is really interesting. Top deck of a research, awesome. Pokeball gonna find us a Froakie. All right, that's good. We have the Frogadier in hand. We're gonna research here. Another Pokeball and another Druddigon. Hopefully this Pokeball finds us a Magikarp. There we go. That's great. And then I think we are just going to bench all of these, honestly. And end the turn there. Frogadier in hand, Misty in hand. Just got to find our Gyarados now. All right, they are playing the Dragonite, which is interesting. We get another Froakie. We're just going to evolve here. Attach return to the Magikarp. End our turn. I'm going to hold on to that Misty for a little bit. All right, our opponent evolving up into that Dragonair pretty quickly. Another Frogadier. We're just gonna attach return to the Druddigon. And turn. I'm guessing we're gonna see a Fire Energy after the following turn if we're lucky. So that's why I attached the Druddigon there. That will sort of make up our decision. They haven't found their Lightning Energy yet, though. They have found their Dragonite all the way up into Dragonite already. That's pretty crazy. Here we have our Greninja, though. All right, I'm going to attach return on the Magikarp this turn. Water Shuriken on the Dragonite. And end turn. I'm glad we're saving this Misty now, because if we don't find our Gyarados before they attack with the Dragonite, another 2 turns of them not attacking with Dragonite, though, because they haven't found the Lightning Energy. But if we don't find our Gyarados before they attack with Dragonite, this Magikarp's probably dead. So, there we go. All right. Found our Gyarados. That's great. We're going to play Misty now onto the Gyarados. Tails, sadly. That's all right. Attach for turn. We're going to Water Shuriken onto the Dragonite again, just in case they play like potions. We just want to make sure that our Gyarados is knocking it out, and the damage doesn't really matter on the Druddigons. Another water energy in their energy zone. No lightning energy for them. We haven't found our fire energy either, so, you know, I'm not complaining. But they do have the potion, so glad that we've been Water Shuriken onto the Dragonite. We want to make sure we're one-shotting that. There is a research for us. Our next energy is going to be a fire energy. So I'm sort of... We're going to double... We're just going to do 1x speed here. Go into the Gyarados. Water Shuriken again onto the Dragonite, just in case of his second potion. And then Rampaging Whirlpool, hopefully discarding an energy off of the Dragonite. Sadly, we discarded our own energy. That's all right. Alright, they're going to get lightning energy next turn. But hopefully we discard an energy on their side of the board this turn. Another potion coming down onto the Dragonite. Again, good thing we've been targeting that down with our Water Shurikens. We have to attach for turn active here. Water Shuriken, the Dragonite again. Just to make sure. I guess theoretically it could have gone on the Dratini, but... And we discarded energy from their Dragonite, so that is just game for sure. There's no coming back from that for them. They're playing it out, though. All right, back to us. And this will be game here with this Rampaging Whirlpool. All right, so we went undefeated today with this Gyarados EX deck. That was super, super cool. The Druddigons combined with the Greninjas combined with the disruption of the Gyarados EX's attack, sometimes discarding energy from our opponent's side of the board, I think is really, really strong. So I do think that this deck is good. I hope you guys have the cards pulled so that you can give it a shot in TCG Pocket. But if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.